when I say I have square root of x, that means x is to the power of 1/2. I haven't understood 2 here. When I say square root, square means 2. And the exponent here is 1. So that would be x 1 over 2, x 1/2. If I have to the third radical x, likewise I can say that this is x to the power of 1/3. If I have to the fourth power, and here's my x, that would be x 1/4. That's why we can say radical x to the power of n, that equals to x to the power of 1 over n. And this is my rule. We're going to have some expressions now with exponents, and we're going to try to simplify them as much as possible. So the question here is simplify. Letter C, square root of 5 for the square root of 5. So here I have 2 radical signs. Always start from the innermost and go out. So instead of the square root of 5 here, how can I write this in a form of exponent? No. Kevin? 5 to the power of? 1/2. Right? This is a 2 here, and here's 1. So this one is going to be a square root of 5, and here 5 to the power of 1/2. All right? Now, 5 to the power of 1 plus 5 to the power of 1/2, we add the powers. Multiply above and below by 2, so that would be 3 over 2. So this expression, I can write it as square root of 5 to the power of 3 over 2. I added the 5 to the power of 1 plus the 5 to the power of 1/2, so I have 5 to the power of 5 over 2. What is my power right here? It's a square root. Square means 2. So I have a 2 here. So I'm going to change the whole thing into that expression to the power of 1/2. So that would be 5, 3 over 2 to the power of 1/2. Remember the rule of multiplying exponent is that if I have x to the power of m to the power of n, that would be x m times n. So 5, 3 over 2 times 1/2, that would be 5 to the power of 3 over 4. So this is my answer for this expression. Letter D. This square root of 5, I can write it as what in exponent? 5 to the power of 1/2. So this square root of 5, I can write it as 5 to the power of 1/2. The first radical, I did not use it yet. So 5 to the power of 1/2. Now both of them, they have the same base, 5 and 5. What is the power of this 5? 1. 1 plus 1/2 is?
3 over 2.
3 over 2. So that would be 3, 5, 3 over 2. Now this cubed, I can put it as 1/3. And instead of that radical to the third power, I can say 5, 3 over 2 to the power of 1/3. So here I have x m n equals x m times n. So I have 5, 3 over 2 times 1/3. The 3 and the 3 can be canceled, and that would be simply 5 1/2. If I want to write it in the radical sign, that would be square root of 5. If I want to go back to the radical. So all this expression equals to square root of 5. Last example, E. Square root of x squared y cubed times to the third power radical sign xy. What's my power here on this square root? 2. Square root. Do you see the word square? Square 2. Square root. It's 2. It's not visible, but it's understood. It's to the power of 2. Equals. Let's deal with the first one. X squared, and the whole thing is to the power of 1/2. The y cubed is to the power of 1/2. How about my x here? Is to the power of 1/3 because of this 3 here. And the y is to the power of 1/3. So now I have two variables with different exponent. I need to add them. X squared to the power of 1/2 equals to, the 2 and the 2 can cancel each other out, and that would be simply x. How about this y? This is 1. 3 times 1 is 3 over 2. X to the power of 1/3 and y to the power of 1/3. Now I need to add this x and this x to the power of 1/3. So x 1/3 times y 3 over 2 y 1/3. So I put the x's together, the y's together. Exponent here is 1. So I need to add 1 plus 1/3. That would be 4 over 3. This is the exponent for my x. It's x 4 over 3. Y, we have the 3 over 2 plus 1/3. Common denominator is 6. Multiplied by 3, multiplied by 2. So that will be 3 plus 2 is 5. And here we have 6. And my y will be y to the power of 5, 6. And that's all for lesson 46.